Hi. So, welcome back to the beginning of another cycle. And so, I kind of wanted them to be kind of cool, epic, iconic, and you should notice a different quality of sound. For now, I'm doing something different with the mics. You should definitely notice a different quality of video. Yeah. Doing something different with the video, and now I'm not by myself. I'd like to introduce my sister.
Hello.
She also manages my my Instagram account, so the social media aspect, that is her doing that stuff. And I wanted to bring something awesome to you for the opener of this 6 months. So we have quite a few mukbangs planned. Yeah. No ASMRs for us because we would laugh too much.
Like now.
Like right now. And so we are really excited. So what I brought you was something so cool. I went to Jungbu Market, and so this is Chicago ASMR Mukbang. And because that's the name, I also want to highlight some places I go, especially local places. So we got a fried chicken mukbang coming up from a local spot. We got a mussels mukbang. We got 2 Korean snack mukbangs, and I'll explain to you why in a second. It's actually going to be a surprise that I've been promising to tell her.
Oh my god, I forgot!
She's going to finally find out the surprise. A Chinese snacks mukbang. And unfortunately, we will not be doing a Filipino snack and Jollibee mukbang because, well, one, it's mad far from where I live, but we're actually going to be doing a shrimp tower mukbang.
Wait!
Shrimp tower.
Wait!
So stay tuned for that. Shrimp tower. I just want you to know that's so cool.
A tower of shrimp.
Tower
oh my
of
god,
shrimp.
that's so cool.
So, anyway, so let us get into what we have here. So we have... Awesome. So we have, these are wild pink shrimp. I believe they're from Argentina. And they are huge. It was actually 15 of these in a little bit more than 2 pounds. So it's about 7 a pound. In 7 shrimp per pound. And the shells are thicker, and they actually taste, they say they taste kind of like langoustine, which is lobster, or squat lobster. We got some blue crab.
Yeah. These
are small, of course. They actually came from, I forgot what the name of the company is. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to tell you no lie.
That's all right.
But they come 5 to 7 in each, and they're small, but honestly, blue crabs are the best. But they're clean. They're fully cleaned. And these were actually a really great price, too.
I love blue crabs.
And then as we dig through the treasure, we have these two for each of us. Huge clusters of snow crab legs.
Yeah.
And so I didn't season this too heavy, honestly. I felt like I didn't need to season it too much because we have 7 sauces. 7 sauces here. So let's get into the non-YouTuber sauces. The Alfredo sauce, and we're definitely dedicating that to Views on the Road. She was one of the first mukbangers I ever saw to do Alfredo sauce by months and months, and I think Tien as well. We have sweet and sour sauce, which has become really popular for fried food, although I don't think we're going to do it in our fried food one. It's fine.
No, that's all right.
But we're going to taste that on the food. Dill. So this is one I like for salmon. For like smoked salmon, this is a mustard dill sauce, really popular. And now let's get into the YouTube specific sauce. So I'm going to start with the Jasper sauce. So Jasper Days was a mukbanger who passed quite a few years ago now, I think about 3. And he had this sauce. I would also call it DMV sauce. He was from the DMV area, and this was like his grandmother's recipe. I normally make it with honey Dijon mustard, but this time I made it, or honey mustard. This time I made it with yellow mustard like he did. We have Bee Love sauce. Yes. And the difference between this one and, well, everybody makes theirs different. Mine doesn't have any spice except the Cajun seasoning because that was a spice blend. We have the Dash sauce, which has green onions and has scallions. Excited. And the Chomp sauce from the Chomp Queen, which is also like a very different sauce. It has lime in it. And that's kind of what makes it really like exciting and new. So my sister actually tasted the Bee Love sauce and said something really interesting about it. Do you want to tell them what you said before we dig in?
We're from New York.
Mm-hmm. The Bronx specifically.
And usually, sometimes for special events, we go to City Island in order to get seafood. City Island, really popular for seafood. Only special events because it's expensive.
And far. It's its own island. Like if you in the Bronx, it's actually its own island.
And if you take a cab from where we are, that's $25 just to get
Really?
there.
I've never taken a cab to City Island. I've been like in a car once. But I took the bus. You can take the bus. You can take the bus to say you take the train, you take the bus, and then the bus will take you right to the... I'm sorry.
It's $25 for a cab. That's expensive. And the food's already expensive. But when I go, I think it's Tony's.
I think it's called Tony's Pier.
Tony's Pier. There's actually a special sauce that they use on top of their crab legs, and I love it so much. And this version of the Be Love sauce actually tastes almost exactly, if not exactly like it. So when I tasted it, I was like, oh, this is going to be some good eats because I love that. And I can only get that there, but I guess now we have it here.
Whoa, what? Y'all know Be Love's working that magic, man. All right, so, yeah, so none of these are spicy because my sister doesn't like spice. The Jasper sauce does have hot sauce because there's only a little bit of hot sauce and it counteracted with other things. So we are going to dig in. What do you want first? Oh, wait, forgot to tell you what we're drinking. Tahitian Treat. I haven't seen this in forever back home in New York. It's still out here in the Midwest where I am, because I said I'm in Chicago. And that's just not just a name.
Pretty sad because personally it's my favorite soda. I used to drink it all the time and then I haven't been able to find it anywhere anymore. Ooh, and we're drinking it in our chalices.
Yes, and I gotta tell you the story of not the chalice I'm pouring in, the chalice I will be pouring in a second.
Yes, this one is so pretty though.
Okay, there we go. Okay. So this one, we went to Target the other day, and this was like $6.99, but it was on clearance, and but it didn't say how much clearance, so the woman just did 70% off because she couldn't find it in the system. It actually didn't show up in the system. That's how old this thing was, and I guess it was like in the back room forever. So yeah, I was like, if this is the right price, I will buy it. I think it was like $2 something.
It was like $2.19. Yeah, it was a really good price.
Great price.
Because it was about
You ready?
$6.99. I'm ready.
So another 6 months.
Another 6 months.
Ooh. That is nice. We're finishing that like tonight.
Of course.
So this is about 5 pounds of seafood. I think I've said that before. This is more than 1.5 pounds. It's a little more than 2 pounds, and the crab is 1 pound. So what did you want to start with in terms of food?
I want to start with the shrimp.
You start with shrimp? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've never had this type of shrimp before.
Me either.
I really want to try it.
All right, we're actually going to take all the covers off all the sauces and just stack them somewhere. We're not going to remember which... Actually, no. I'll recreate it over here.
Are you sure? I was going to put it just right on the side.
Oh, we could do that too. I mean, I just don't want it to
because I don't want anything to, like, get messy over it.
Well, it's going to be upside down.
Or if someone jumps on the table.
Oh, yeah. I have a cat with pica habits.
She will jump.
But it's our 1 month. Tomorrow is her 1 month gotcha day, so I'm gonna give her one of these. And do not worry, you cannot give a lot of things to cats in terms of seasoning. But this, I said, was seasoned. This doesn't have garlic or onion or anything she can't have seasoned on it. I made sure of that because I wanted it lightly seasoned so we could fully taste the sauces. All right, cool.
So she's going to get that for her gotcha day.
She's going to get one of these.
She's going to be super excited because when we were in the kitchen, she was there meowing because she does it.
Yeah, so that one is to the side. So the first one is for her. And just in case she actually does steal that one, technically it's hers. Technically.
Watch her
I'm
try
gonna
and bite
I got the spray bottle on deck. You already know.
I shouldn't do that.
So, yeah, let's grab a shrimp. And I'll grab one too. Look at how huge these are. I wonder what's in here. Ooh, it's like the guts and the tome.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Is that roe? That could be roe. I think that's roe. These are so good looking. So what I did, so Eat with Q has a video about how to, okay, which sauce do you want to try in?
I want to try the Be Love sauce. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go. Let's go try Be Love right now.
Gotta do this. Good.
Really good. Yeah, Eat with Q has a video on how to bake seafood, and I made this in a bag. I used a large bag. Like I said, I cleaned them all, seasoned them in layers, or I washed them all pretty much. Seasoned them in layers. Close the bag. 350 preheated oven for 40 minutes. She does 35 to 40. You should get it just by themselves. I literally just had that last piece by itself. And it tastes rich. It reminds me of snow crab. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie.
That's good. That's real
snow crab. I'm gonna try some snow crab. Let's dig into this.
I'm really on this.
Oh, you like it? That was a great price. It was a great price. And it's funny because of how it's labeled, but it does have a rich, amazing flavor. I mean, if you love the shrimp salad, we can do that shrimp for our seafood tower.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell you how I'm gonna like. I was gonna be in a bag, of course, because that's just the easiest way to do it. I'm gonna try the chomp queen sauce now.
Bag of tower.
But I'm not gonna tell you how I'm gonna season it. I'm a complete surprise.
This one is. Oh, yeah. I don't want to take.
Oh no, we're eating off both.
Okay.
Just take what you want.
Like to get our hands dirty.
We got napkins though. We got good napkins.
Oh. Yeah, I was eating snow crab a few days ago when I was back in New York.
Yeah.
Were
they big like this?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
these are normally
crab
really
cracker,
expensive.
so I just went right for it.
Yeah, I never. I don't even know if I have a cracker in the house. Honestly, I may have seafood scissors, but I don't not eat the fat. Like the fat that's on these, because the larger snow crabs, which I think these may actually be queen crabs, because queen crabs are really large snow crabs. But,
oh, this tastes really good.
Oh yeah, right. It's so delicious.
I'm gonna try the Alfredo.
Come on. I'll get to that in a minute. The chomp sauce with the lime in it, that is quite different.
Dash sauce is good with it.
I haven't had all the sauces yet with this.
No.
Of course, you taste as you go along when you're cooking something. We wanted to put it in a clear bowl so you can see it, but I think we're actually gonna need either another clear bowl or we're fine.
Let's move it right here. They can probably see it more.
No, I want them to see the food as we're eating it, not what we're throwing away.
Really see.
Oh, you can't reach it? Oh, poor baby.
Also, you can't really see it that well. Like, you can't see much past this part.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
Alfredo's not bad.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think my favorite with it still is probably the Beloved.
Okay.
I
mean, it's great. You know what? She actually is going to be coming out with a dry sauce. A dry mixed mild. I'm definitely going to try that when it comes out. I've been following her channel for years now. Love her. Like I said, I think there's just so many mukbangers to love.
There really is.
And then there really is one for everyone.
There's a lot of new ones coming onto the scene too.
Like me.
I was about to say that.
And
it's
try this
really
Alfredo. That is nice. But since this is your first time with us on this channel, oh yes. So tell us about yourself.
Okay.
So what do you do?
So, I'm sorry, I have food in my mouth. So, my name is Isis. I'm 18. I'm from New York, or both from New York, the Bronx specifically. I'm in college right now.
Yeah, that's where.
I'm not gonna tell them where, don't worry.
Okay.
But I plan to major in media, more specifically broadcasting. And speaking of which, let's talk about it today.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of food in my mouth.
Oh, we went to the Museum of Broadcast Journalism, and it has the Radio Hall of Fame in it, which was awesome. But let's actually talk about the exhibit. It was actually SNL, and it was actually about Saturday Night Live, and it had props from the sets. It told you how sets were built, and the great thing was it walked you through how they got every night together. So Monday night, or from Monday to Saturday, and there's a countdown. They showed you how the audience sat, the layout. They used to have puppets on the show, so they showed you that part. Like,
they also had the projector too. So when you got to the final stage, right before you got to the gift shop part, and in order to take photos that you had to pay for, but anyway, we didn't do that. But they had projector parts. So right in the front, they had the screen. They had Tina Fey announcing that it was the 40-year anniversary. Then when you look to the right, they had a Jeopardy section, and the lights went to that side. And then when they played the live music, they had
the sweet and sour sauce.
They had a layout set to the side too, and also different artists that had come on the show throughout the years. And
yeah, it was a cool montage.
Off in the center again with Tina Fey closing off the show. It was really, really nice.
It showed you what happened backstage too. Like,
I love it.
It showed you like what the director said, what the directors were doing, how they were directing stuff, how they were fading in and out. Things like that.
And also, they showed backstage hair and makeup and prosthetics.
Mm-hmm.
So people who tend to go on the show a lot, for example, Tina Fey once again.
Yeah, she was a cast member for 6 years and a writer for 3 before that.
Mm-hmm.
Got the whole piece out, fam. Y'all don't even know how great this is. What haven't I tried yet? I'm gonna try the dill.
And they had like a head set out too with her wig measurements in case they needed to put any hair on her in the future. That way they can have it set out already since she shows on the show so frequently. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool. I really liked the prosthetic section.
Yeah, me too. I saw so many prosthetics that I recognized. Costumes. That was cool. They have a set shop, of course. They build. They said that they build costumes in a matter of hours, not days. The good thing is they do have a couple shows that are like there are shows that are there from the beginning. Like Weekend Update was there from the beginning. The Weekend Update has always been on SNL, pretty much, and that was one of the set pieces because they update it every so often. You could take a picture with that one, and I was just like, we just couldn't afford to. I mean, it wasn't right in the winter tickets. There's a sale because it's cold, and I guess less people go in. Like we were the only people in there for a while. Not the first, but the only people in there for a while.
And after a while, there's finally a staff member. Like once we got a little more than halfway done.
Yeah, and they directed us to like the control room. What does the control room look like?
It was gorgeous
and complicated.
Yeah, we can't figure that out, but it was nice to look at.
Exactly.
Really nice to look at. I think the most interesting part.
Finish those pieces over. Are you gonna come back to those?
Mm-hmm. I think the most interesting thing that I had seen was when they talk about what happens on the day of. For example, dress rehearsal. So dress rehearsal happens 2 hours. It's 2 hours and it's right before the show.
So it's at like 8, right?
And they say that anything that's not perfected and doesn't get a good enough reaction from the audience in that time during dress rehearsal.
You have 2 audiences.
They cut it right then and there, or if not, they change it up and shorten it in order to.
I'm trying the clean blue crab from the company. I forgot the name of the company. I want to say I'm sorry, but I didn't even remember. Like,
I thought that was really interesting though because when you go through the exhibit, so they have them labeled from Monday through Saturday. So when you go to different rooms, it shows you exactly what happens on each day, and it also gives you costumes. And it also gives you, like, equipment that's used to, blueprints and layouts of how the sets look like. I want to stay there forever. I did not want to leave. I mean, we had to. But I know we had to.
I didn't say anything.
And we were there for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and it's only because they said it takes a little while, and I didn't believe it. I was like, this ain't going to take that long.
Oh, it really
Bam. I should have worn socks. 1, it was 8 degrees outside today because it's winter while we're filming. How is this so spicy in any way? When I only put salt, pepper, and any parts of it. I must have put something else on there. But anyway, so it was. I'm going to rotate this because this is making nice.
I also really liked all the other exhibits too because when we got through the rest, we also saw stuff that we had known from our childhood. So when you go through the television section, they showed different news stories that had gone on throughout different decades. Also different cartoons and advertisements. And there's also a section that you can sit down and watch the advertisements play. So they had...
in different languages, actually. Because there was a Spanish, a French, English.
And then a few different of the same characters in their commercial had shown up a few times, like Charlie the Tuna. Saw about 4 different commercials of that. And every time it was different, too. And on the walls, they had the years that they had debuted, and also the different characters and their background. I thought that was so cool.
And then we saw different types of TVs, and we owned ones that looked like, because, yeah, we had a TV from my grandmother's, not like really old.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one right now.
You're holding a blue crab. You're holding 2 blue crabs.
You see? Leave me alone.
So, yeah, and I really loved that nostalgia aspect. I thought it was really great.
I also really like the Radio Hall of Fame.
That was really cool too.
You saw so many different types of radios.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them had come out within the same decade or two also. And you could see how different they were.
Yeah. We saw TV cameras too from different decades, and I think it was funny though. Like the signs that said "Do not touch" were definitely after I would have touched them. I didn't touch anything, but I was definitely like,
"You were definitely."
Why is a sign saying "Don't touch" when like on the other side of the thing? Like so, when you first get off the elevator, there's this like big one of the first like I believe it was color. Yes, it was color. Like color.
Oh.
Camcorders.
I were like TV. About the other one. Yeah, because there were two different ones.
Yeah. So
the first one you see though is color.
Exactly. So the first one, the sign isn't till like way
towards the back.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I didn't see that at first either, so we looked at it. Thankfully, we didn't touch it.
Probably would have taken a team of people to move that, but yeah, it was like it was so weird to me. I was like, what the world?
And it was also pretty interactive too because there was a section where we could sit down in front of the TVs and they had different options to play if you wanted to see different news stories.
Yeah.
You wanted to see soap operas, westerns, you could click on it, you could click the year you wanted and watch it. They weren't very long, but it was still a really nice touch.
Yeah. I thought so too.
And the staff was really friendly.
Yeah. And helpful.
10 out of 10 would recommend. 11 out of 10 would recommend. So that took up most of our day.
And then we got on the train. There was something wrong with the door, so they delayed a couple trains.
They're really packed trains. You had to wait for at least 4 to pass us before
we got on. And it was only full for I think 3 stops, and then it started clearing out. I was kind of mad. So yeah, then we took the in a decent way too. So then once we took the train, we went north to like the northern part of Chicago. And we went to Jungbu. And then there's a bus that I live near a whole bunch of buses that are really great buses. Like I connect to multiple buses. I mean multiple train lines. What happened to train? I don't think I've done it with the Jasper sauce yet. Well, let me try the shrimp with the Alfredo.
Shrimp Alfredo.
Exactly. Just to be clear with you, I didn't make the dill, I didn't make the Alfredo, I didn't make the sweet and sour.
No. They're all store-bought.
Not that I can't. I just bought them. It was just easier. But actually, I had this already. Because I don't really eat a lot of smoked. I eat my smoked salmon as lox on a bagel. Oh, so that was unnecessary. Yeah. Look at these. You know what it reminds me of? Like Kim. You know Kim? Thai, I think her name is. Or Eat with Kim. Yeah. That's what these remind me of. Like the ones that she gets. I mean, some of the ones she gets are bigger, but I feel like these are also like...
Those are pretty big.
Exactly.
I've never seen shrimp that big in my life.
I showed her a picture of... I went to H Mart. Yeah. I went to H Mart. I didn't buy anything. I was just there to like see how much the prices were and take pictures and shit like that. They have good prices on certain things, so you will definitely see mukbangs featuring H Mart items in the future, but not right now. So what happened was, I was like there taking pictures, and I showed her a picture of these U4 shrimp, meaning that it was 4 or less to a pound, meaning that it was a quarter pound. Think about that. Think about a quarter pounder. Then think about a dish shrimp.
Yes, please.
So
I think it was the first time I finished the Dragon King.
But yeah, so.
God, I love Tahitian tea so much.
It is good. It is good. I'm probably gonna try a different drink every video.
That's the plan because we bought a lot of drinks so we can try one per video. And
at least one per video. Yeah, I don't remember how many more, but we bought some that we liked. Ones
gonna have water on hand.
Exactly.
Really have water on hand.
Just in case you don't like a drink. Because a bunch of the ones we bought we've never seen before. We bought a lot of brisk ones. So we're gonna see how we feel. But yeah. God, they're super good.
They are good. I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna go back to the shrimp.
Okay.
They're small, but they have a lot of good
You
flavor.
know what's wild? I love the shrimp by themselves. Like
I do too.
Like I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I literally put salt, pepper, and parsley flakes. I even put a lot of stuff on the shrimp because we have all these sauces.
The sauces are good, but I feel like I really like the way this tastes standalone.
I think that's amazing. Like when you can like love the flavor of something by itself.
Because I've been trying it with sauces, but I've mostly been eating it by itself.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that you don't get a lot. Like, I mean, excuse me. I mean, a lot of the seafood places you go to with the bag stuff, like, they'll boil. Like the boil, shaking crab, boiling crab, all of those kind of seafood places. They boil the seafood actually in like a flavorful broth. And they put it in a bag, not like this. This is an oven bag, like a really thick bag. And then they put the seasoning on top, and I shake it. I'm also surprised you like the Chomp Queen sauce because my sister doesn't like honey. I
don't, but I feel like...
Also, it's the only one with adobo. And we're Puerto Rican, so we love adobo. And sofrito. I made my own sofrito.
And I'm taking some home with me back to New York.
Because we get it from the store, but it's funny when I moved. When I was moving here, because I moved. If you saw the first video on this channel, I'm in a different location. And when I moved, I was in the car with somebody. He's like, "Oh, you haven't made your own sofritos like you got." And I was like, "I don't have a high time," but I made the time.
And was it worth it?
Well, one weekend I went up to Humboldt Park. I went to, I believe it's called Armitage Grocery. Went there. Got all the ingredients, cleaned them, made them. I mixed a whole bunch.
How much do you have left over?
A lot. I think I had 8 cups. And it's just me, so I don't cook. Well, I'll cook for other people, but I mostly just cook for me. So I made enough. I mean, I have a lot of. Oh, I make so much.
Okay.
Shell. I was gonna say bone, but it's not bone. Definitely shell.
This is really good.
Unlike the big ones, like the Maryland ones I had, I can just like chew. Ugh. So, what do you like about mukbang, like videos?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you were asking them or asking me.
Well, they can participate in the conversation as well, but excuse me, you're the only one who can answer back.
Okay. You don't want to try the calves?
I don't think they like mukbang video.
I like feeling that I'm really interacting with someone, which I know that's why you started your channel. So you could feel like you were sitting down, eating with someone, interacting when you moved out. And I like that too, because most times when I'm eating by myself unless I'm going out with friends. But I really like the fact that I feel that I can have a conversation with someone, because then there's the occasional, oh, how's your day going? What did you do? And they tell me about their day.
My favorite one, they go, how y'all doing and what y'all eating on? Have you started watching them yet? It's for family entertainment.
I've seen like 1 or 2 videos. Yes.
It's drawn you in. Yeah, I'll be watching videos without food. Because the first time I think I watched 1 or 2 mukbangs.
And also if the person's just really entertaining, I watch it without food too. Or also just to see what they're eating, see what everybody else is eating. Because not everybody eats the same food, or if not, they don't eat it the same way. So I really like to see what's different, how they're changing it up.
Yeah.
And changing it up. Example, he's on the road, different sauces.
She has so many different sauces. She did a cheese fondue. I think she's made 5 or 6 sauces for her seafood
She's
stuff.
very entertaining.
And innovative. Get rid of this napkin. Gotta get another one.
Oh, I was gonna say I probably should do that, but it's alright.
Yeah, gotta get another napkin.
So how are y'all doing? How's your day going?
Seriously, what y'all eating? Y'all should be eating some seafood. It's delicious.
Go to a supermarket, see if they have some sales. Go cook up some seafood, because it's always time for seafood.
These 2 guys called Ferguson Battle. That's the name of their channel. They had a seafood spread that was really nice. I was like, because stuff was on sale.
Going back to this shrimp.
I go back to shrimp.
Yeah. Here.
Honestly, I don't know what gave me the idea to count them.
I don't know, but I don't mind.
Okay, let's see.
Little crabs.
Yeah, these little crabs are cute. Nice to chew on. So, in my very first video, I talked about Crabman. Oh, I also cut my hair. I forgot to mention that. I mean, he obviously. That's.
You can tell right away.
I hope so.
Besides seeing the food, seeing another person, her hair is different.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I like it too.
How
I can now wear hats.
How the cats liking it?
Huh?
How the cats?
They're not.
I
So,
don't know.
my cats love to like just go in my hair and just be like exist in my hair. One of them's looking at me as I say that.
Oh, do they know about you?
No, I mean, yeah, I think I mentioned it in my last channel. In my last cycle, I have another baby. So first I just had Reggie, and now I have another cat, Dr. Ivy Gatto. So.
That's someone with borderline pica habits.
Yes, she will eat anything. That's what we're saving the shrimp for. We're not making a habit out of
Not at all. She's really gonna be looking for it.
feeding her non-human, or human food that's not meant for cats, but it is the 1 month anniversary. So we wanted to do something special. That's pretty much what it was.
I'm glad I'm here for her gotcha day.
Excuse me.
I love her.
I love her too. So much. God, so much. Okay. I just had a shrimp.
Nice.
I'm gonna eat some crab. How many crabs have I eaten? Because you only had 1, right? You're still working on that 1 crab? Okay.
I want to make sure I get all of the meat out of it that I can. Because it wasn't super expensive, but it's still meat.
Okay.
Still meat.
I had only 2? I thought I had 3. I'm fitting to have 3. No, I think these I'm okay with because these are smaller. I'm okay with just chewing them. Just getting, excuse me, whatever meat I get out chewing them. Sucking the juice from the bottom. Like the natural seafood juices, especially from the shrimp. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. So, Like I said, as you can see, the setup is a little different. The lighting should be better. I actually bought some light bars.
They're really nice and bright in my eyes.
They actually, I got them on sale. Really good sale. Normally I think they retail for like anywhere from $20 to $40 for one, and I got 2 for $25 with free shipping. Oh.
Wow, this really is getting finished right on camera, probably.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So, yeah, and then I was looking at 3-point lighting systems. What the fuck was that? 3-point lighting systems. So.
Excuse me. Oh, my pants are ruined. Oh, well.
I gotta go wash them.
I know.
I also live fairly close to a laundromat, so.
That's always good.
I just think it's weird that I can't walk to most things. Like, I like that the buses are semi-reliable.
Still.
Because one bus comes every half an hour. There's one behind my like, the one closest to me takes the longest to show up. So.
Isn't that funny how it works out?
So.
This is pretty filling. Love it.
I feel seafood. Fills you up at first, but then you get hungry later.
Oh, what's that? Meat is so soft.
I like these, but Dungeness crab at H Mart, they have frozen uncooked for $6 a pound. So I'll just do that. The only difference is they're not clean, but you get like more meat per crab. So. Also, I went there during a weekday, and like the seafood tanks, or they would have the king crab. They didn't have that. Where they had what else? King crab. Where they would have the abalone. And they would have Dungeness. They didn't have them there live. I guess they get them in a certain time, and the weekend must be busier, so they're gonna get more customers. So it makes sense to like pull out all the stops then. During the week it was, so I'm not trying to compare them. I'm gonna do I feel like Jumbo and H Mart deserve their own videos. They should deserve to stand on their own merits. And they do, because Jumbo is a staple of the community. It's actually not a chain. Actually, they have another one. I mean, it's a family owned though. But like isn't a chain restaurant. I'm chain, sorry. I go. It's not a chain in the same way H Mart is.
Oh, got it out.
Cool. Like they had one location for like a million years, and then recently opened another one.
A lot of things out here that I've seen that are close to you aren't really chains that are really nice.
I do wish there were more things closer to me.
Like walking distance, for example.
Yeah. Like buses are great. I want to be able to walk somewhere.
Especially because you like walking too.
Oh yeah, most people don't know that about me. Like if I have comfortable shoes, I can walk for hours.
You know, I didn't know.
Not all at once, but like, yeah. I like walking.
I didn't even know that.
And back in where I used to live in Bowling Green, Ohio, the supermarket was a mile in each direction. And I would walk to the supermarket and walk there and back. Or I'd walk to school.
And I would walk
Which was further away. Also in the first video I talked about Crabman. Do you want to talk about how you feel about Crabman and the quote unquote replacement? Again, not dad, but he doesn't sell crab anymore. But yeah. You want to talk about that?
Well, my experience is pretty similar to hers because we grew up together. But I remember the first time I had found out about Crabman was my father, or rather, actually walked into the house, and then he said, "Look what I got." And then I'm looking around, like, okay, what is it that you have? And he just pulls out the bag of seasoned crabs. And then I asked him, I'm like, what is this? And then he said, oh, there's a man who walks around the neighborhood and he's selling crabs. He's selling them at different prices for different sizes. This is the $1 bag. Try it, see how you like it. Me being me, love crab, love seafood. I was like, okay, I'll try it. So, went over to a steady space, so I went over to the counter, took out a mallet from the drawer, laid out newspaper. Anyway.
Anyway, me, that's mine. That's why I took it when I left.
Laid out newspaper, laid out paper towel. You didn't own the newspaper and paper towel.
I'm saying the mallet was mine.
All right, and her mallet.
Keep going.
And then just smashed it. I pulled it apart. I tried it. I looked at him and I was like, are there any more? Because it was really that good. The seasoning was really good.
On point.
I love seasoned food. Even though I don't like spice, I like Cajun and I like Old Bay. That's probably the most I'm going to get. And I really like it. And then he tried it. He's like, oh yeah, this is really good. So then after that, every time you'd see him walking around, he'd yell out, Crabman, Crabman. And then my dad would go to him and be like, oh, can I get a $1 bag? Can I get a $2 bag? And he doesn't sell crabs anymore. He's not dead.
He's just done.
He just doesn't sell them anymore. But still see him in the neighborhood and still say hi to him. He still doesn't mind being called Crabman because that was his title from before. But see him, have a nice conversation. Hi, how are you doing? Because he was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Those are some good experiences. Seeing him in the spring and the summer. I would go home after being outside, go upstairs, eat the crabs. And I'll eat them pretty quickly, too.
Yeah.
We would run through them.
Yeah.
Like an hour. Like less than an hour. My sister would come out with $1 bag finished.
Yeah, because you just sit there and just go through them.
You go through them really quickly.
Oh boy.
Right.
So good. Oh, this is good too.
This is good.
I wonder how much time we have.